You're listening to Eureka on Monocle Radio, brought to you by the team behind the Entrepreneurs, the show all about inspiring people, innovative companies, and fresh ideas in global business. I'm Tom Webb. Nicola Enrico Stäubli is the co-founder of Monopole, a Zürich-based electric bike business started by two lifelong commuter cyclists. The goal was to design the perfect e-bike for urban mobility, blending functionality with aesthetic appeal, whilst focusing on key features such as riding pleasure, cargo capacity, and versatility. Their hero product, a unique Toolbike with a distinctive rectangular frame, stands out for its unconventional look and aims to promote a less car-dependent lifestyle in cities. It's also the winner of the Monocle Design Awards 2024, which highlight how smart design improves quality of life. So how do you reinvent the bicycle frame? And how do you stand out in the crowded Swiss bike market? Here is Nicola with more on how the journey began.
I co-founded the business of cargo bikes. We call it Toolbike, which is somehow the intermediate form between a standard city bike and a full-fledged cargo bike. We call it Toolbike. It should be your everyday tool that helps you to create your everyday more efficient and more fun. So our frame has a rectangular shape and a straight line that combines the pedals with the front fork. That's why we call it Monopole, because of the singular pole that connects these two parts. I would say very recognizable shape of the bike, which is different from the diamond-shaped bicycle frame that we know. We wanted to really create a new design and not just adapt the existing diamond-shaped frame. That's why we sat down and said, how could a bicycle frame look like? Instead of just adapting an existing design, we started from scratch. And that's how we ended up designing Monopole, a very unique, recognizable shape of a bicycle frame. We just won the Monocle Design Award, which is very exciting. We see that a lot of graphic designers, photographers, creative people, that they feel a strong connection to our design language. But we also see that it can be a bit controversial. There are some people that think that it doesn't look like a bike because they don't see a triangle, they see a rectangle. But most of the people with a sense of aesthetics, they really connect to the simplicity and the recognizability of our design. I would say these days, more and more people, they discover that bicycle is just the future of transport in our cities. It doesn't consume a lot of space. It's much more time efficient. It's healthy, and above all, and that's very important to us, every time I ride a bicycle, I just feel better after the ride than before. And I think we have to find ways to persuade all these people that spend hours each day in their cars that they should go back to the bicycle, which they still probably connect with early childhood memories, and appreciate all the advantages of riding a bicycle again. When I ride a bike, I almost feel like it's an extension of my body, and I think that makes it very special for me. That sense of unity between the human body and the vehicle, which is very unique for a bicycle. It's one of the few sports items that connects at 5 points with the human body, both your hands, both your feet. And that just creates this unique sense of, as I said, unity when you ride it. We're in the business of mobility. We're in the business to create alternatives to cars. So I think at Monopole, it's not just a bicycle. It's really about offering new ways of getting around town and trying to offer a lifestyle that encourages people to become less dependent on using a car in an urban environment. We started our business during Corona, where everyone tried to do nearshoring. All the European producers tried to bring back their production closer to Europe. We were very lucky to find a production partner in France, a small company of 25 people in the French Pyrenees. and their production capabilities really were almost tailor-made to our design. So we were very lucky to find a European producer for our frame. They not only weld our frame, they also assemble the frame then to a complete bike. And for the rest of the components, wherever possible, we also try to work with European companies and brands like the pinion gearbox, which is produced in Germany, or the fenders, which also come from Switzerland. Where possible and where sensible, we really try to also use European components to fit to our bike. It's important to say that it's also an e-bike. It doesn't look like an e-bike. It's almost invisibly integrated, the e-bike system. I think we have an offer for someone that hasn't been cycling for years, because you have this nice support that will help you to arrive at the office without a sweaty back. And you can buy it at our showroom in Zurich. We have retailers in Switzerland. We're now working on our expansion for the international market next year. And you can also buy it online. And we have an e-commerce checkout for international clients where they can start a conversation with us, and we will see whether we already can provide a monopole in markets outside Switzerland and Europe.
That was Nicola Enrico Stäubli, the co-founder of Monopole. You can learn more by heading to monopole.cc. And that's it for this episode of Eureka. Tom Edwards is back next week. Do look out for the Entrepreneurs, available every Wednesday. Eureka was produced by Laura Kramer, with mixing and editing by Jack Dewars. Listen again and find out more at monocle.com. That's where you can join the club and subscribe to Monocle magazine, or follow us and catch up with the archive via your preferred podcast platform. To contact the team, email Laura at lrk@monocle.com. I'm Tom Webb, goodbye, and thanks for listening to Eureka.